arresto y una detención es que en un arresto la policía tiene que informarle a la persona de sus derechos, como el derecho a guardar silencio y el derecho a un abogado. Y no puede interrogar a la persona si su abogado no está presente. Una detención es más importante.
Es muy difícil deportar a una persona, sacarlo del país así nomás. Siempre hay un proceso en las cortes, delante de un juez, una persona tiene derechos.
La abogada Melissa Campos Castañeda, junto con otros defensores de los derechos de los inmigrantes, planean un evento este domingo para ayudar a preparar a la comunidad inmigrante para lo que venga. Ella dice que
My name is Melissa Campos Castañeda. I'm an immigration attorney and owner of Avalar Immigration Law here in Federal Way, Washington. I currently represent people in removal proceedings in the Seattle Immigration Court, and also people who are currently detained at the Northwest Detention Center. And I represent them before an immigration judge where these people are applying to stay in the country and applying for legal status. I also represent people who have been victims of particular crimes like domestic violence or other types of assault. And I also help people who are petitioning for their family members to be able to remain here under lawful status. So I was born in Santa Clara, California. I grew up in that area. And then I moved to Federal Way, Washington, and I went to Federal Way High School, and then the University of Washington, where I majored in political science. Took the LSAT 3 times, I think, and then applied to some law schools, several, didn't get into any. So I had to work for a year and study for, I don't know if I took the LSAT again, but I was applying for law schools again, and then I finally got into one, the Seattle University. And then I took the bar in 2006, didn't pass, so I worked for another year with an immigration attorney, studied for the bar, and then finally passed the bar in, was it February, or maybe it was close to May 2007, and then I was sworn in as an attorney on May 18th, 2007. So that summer, I volunteered at the detention center, providing, language services and interpreter services. But I was also learning about, how the detention center worked. The following month, they had an opening for a staff attorney position, and I applied. And because they were already familiar with me and through my volunteer work, I was hired. So that was my first job, and I worked there for about 2 years. And shortly after that, I opened up my own practice, and I've been doing that ever since. So it's been a long journey. I am very grateful. I think I was fortunate to be able to get a job so quickly after passing the bar. I think my language skills really helped, so I thank my parents for that. And I think also having a connection with the organization or the prospective employer was really helpful. I received a lot of support from my parents, from my mom at an early age. She really put school first. And I think from a really early age, I took school very, very seriously. Treat school with respect and that discipline, I think, was what shaped my work ethic throughout the whole journey. And then in high school, I did get some support. There was a program for minorities that were trying to study for the SATs and didn't have a computer at home, or were first generation college applicants. So I remember that program and the teacher who helped us. She was African American. There weren't a lot of Latinos in my high school, and there weren't any Latino teachers. So seeing her and pushing us and telling us that we could do it was really helpful. The noise that we hear, the voice telling you, that you're not good enough, that you're not working hard enough. I think it gets in the way because it's not allowing you to see how much you've accomplished, and it doesn't allow you to celebrate those accomplishments. Because I wasn't a very good test taker, shy to speak up, and I realized in college that I had a very different point of view. The teacher after the class, he told me, you need to speak up more. You have really great ideas. They're different, but that's why the University of Washington chose you to be a part of this curriculum, because they want diversity, and your answers are a reflection of where you come from, and your classmates need to be exposed to that. So, I think the noise is born from the doubt, and the doubt feeds the noise, and it gets bigger until someone, helps you quiet it, and then you start to shed it. Doubt played a role in my journey, but I think that does stem from not really seeing a lot of people that look like you doing what you're doing. What inspired me to go into this line of work was the need that I saw from a very young age. There's a lot of need in my community, mainly the immigrant community. So what motivated me was I wanted to be that person that could speak for a whole demographic, people who were stuck in a particular state because of their legal status. The advice I would give a younger version of myself would be just have a little bit more fun with it. The advice that I would give people who are still searching for their purpose, their calling, that special feeling that you get when you know that you're doing something that you love and it's actually something good, is to listen to that special feeling. If you have found it, that's your joy, that's your passion. There are lots of voices in you. That's the noise that can sometimes exist. But this world has a place for everyone, and everyone has a special purpose in this world. And I think there is no greater good than helping someone else and giving a piece of yourself to someone else. I think that is what gives meaning to life, that you leave a part of yourself with someone else and make the world a better place for at least one other person. So my advice would be, more specifically, is get out there, volunteer, interact with people in different ways, and if you don't have that special feeling, go find it. Do things, go out of your normal comfort zone and experience things and find that special feeling and live it, because that is ultimately what's going to make you happy, even if it doesn't make you a lot of money. If it makes you happy, you will be a better person, you'll be a better parent, you'll be, you know, a better member of society, and I think that's more important than anything.
Children will play.